Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm going to be doing a swatching and a little bit of a review of these Ohuhu 48 piece brush chisel markers. They're in the mid-tone color set. Now, this is a new set, but it's not, these are not new colors. These actually have been in the 216 set, I believe. And also I think there's a 200 set, like a fine chisel 200 set, that these colors are included in those sets. So if you have either one of those sets, you don't need to buy these unless you want to buy them for backups. But there's kind of been talkings about these mid-tones being released by Ohuhu for a while now. I've been hearing little rumblings, like word on the coloring streets, that these were going to be coming out. They also just came out with a 320 set, and they're saying that that's going to be like, that's it, that's their final biggest set. So I already have the pastel set, and I have a 48 piece just regular color set, which I think maybe they're starting to call them saturated colors. I don't know. They seem to be doing like some sort of different like marketing stuff now that I don't know. I haven't really I should have looked into it more before I did this video, but like I've noticed like in those other marker sets, like they're calling them like pastels, mid-tones, and saturated. The only ones I don't have in this little box over here is the skin tone. I have a 24 piece skin tone set. If anybody's interested, I got this from TJ Maxx. It's like really meant for like makeup, or like your, yeah, pretty much like like a makeup holder. I usually I'll leave it like this, so it's laying down sideways, because you should store your markers that way. But I thought that was a good idea, instead of spending all that money on an expensive like marker case or a marker holder. This works out pretty good. It's like 10 bucks at TJ Maxx on clearance. So if you're ever in TJ Maxx and you're checking out the clearance or the bathroom section, look into getting one of these for your markers. I have some different markers in here too, but mostly it's all my Ohuhus. So thought that was a good idea. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a swatch so you guys can see what the colors look like. Now, mid-tone, I'm assuming they're going to be not overly saturated colors, and not totally pale pastel colors. Most likely they're like, to me, what mid-tone means to me is like when the color is mixed with gray. So I'm assuming that that's what these are, basically. So they always come with these little swatch sheets. It's nice little things here. I like them that they're nice and small. You could stick them back into the little pouch when you're done with them, or even like, I'll show this again. I keep mine in the front of this little plastic thing. They fit perfectly right here. I have 48 just basic colors, and then I have the 48 pastels, and my skin tones, I don't know where those are at the moment, but just to give you a quick little preview of what usually comes in when you buy these Ohuhu markers. If you haven't bought a set yet, they always come with this little marker sheet for you to see. It says, if you're coloring on thin paper, please put this pad between your coloring sheets to prevent any bleed through. So that's nice to have. And then this is just a little catalog on all the different types of markers they sell. They have all the different series like chisel, brush, all that good stuff. Okay, so I've just decided to do a speed swatching on these markers, because that's really what I'm most interested in, is seeing what the colors look like. And then After that, maybe we'll do a quick little demo on maybe a petal, a flower petal, or something like that to see how we can get like a nice blend going, maybe with 3 colors in the blender. Okay, and we're done with all of the swatching. I don't know if you've noticed, I did a couple of mistakes while I was swatching. That always happens to me when I'm doing swatches. I always skip one or do a mix up. But I mixed up this apricot pink and light lavender, so I just did a little arrow so I can tell the right ones there. And then I did a mix up over here with dark brown and dark suntan. So I just wrote them in so they're next to the right colors. Another mishap I had was while I was swatching this color, cool gray, the cap got stuck to the, well, it didn't get stuck, but it yanked off the end cap to this one. So now I can't cover this, put this cap back on. So maybe I'll be able to get it unstuck somehow. Maybe I gotta get maybe the tweezers or something. If anybody has any tips for me, leave me a comment. Luckily, I don't usually use gray too much, so I don't know. We have to figure out something out about something. We'll have to figure something out with that one. So what do we think of the colors? I like them. Some of them seem a little maybe more mid-tone-ish than others. Like some look a little bright, but I guess bright pink. I guess it has kind of like a mid-tone-ish to it, all of them. I like them. What do you guys think? I'm going to give a little comparison next to the other sets. I have, let's see, next to just the standard regular colors, how they look. They look kind of, well, actually, they don't look that much different. Maybe like these colors over here have kind of like a grayish tinge to them over here. I guess a little bit different, but I like them. Oh, this is not what we want to look at. A comparison to these, and then let's look at them next to the pastel set. The pastel set is still my favorite, but I think this is a nice addition to the colors I already have in the Ohuhus. So let me know what you guys think of the colors, if you think you're going to get these. I bought them with a 20% off coupon. It was actually it was 5% off, and then another 20% off. They were having, I got an email from Ohuhu. If you go onto their website, not Amazon, but their actual website, and you sign up for emails, they'll send you notifications when things go on sale or when they're getting new releases and stuff like that. I personally prefer to buy from Amazon though, because if you buy from directly from their website, they're gonna charge you shipping. So Amazon, it's no shipping. So that usually ends up being the better deal of the two websites. So next, I'm going to find a picture of a flower, and we'll test out some blending with these markers and see how they look. Okay guys, I've decided I picked out a flower from Joanna Basford's World of Flowers coloring book. I'm sure a lot of you guys have this book already. I've decided to try out some markers on this the petals of this flower. Just a reminder, when you're using alcohol markers and there's something on the other side of the page, you're gonna have to sacrifice whatever's on the back of that page, because the markers will go through, unless it's like super thick, like multimedia paper, which most coloring books, I don't think you'll find paper like that. So I'm gonna take advantage of this marker sheet that comes in with the set, and I'm gonna clip it on so it stays nice and flat for when I color the flower. I've chosen these 3 yellows for the petals. I thought it was a nice little transition of dark to lights, perfect for what we're trying to do here. So I got the colors are Summer Lemon. The second one is Yellow Dahlia and Pale Ochre. So I'm gonna bring the camera angle down really close so you guys can see what I'm doing. So be back in a jiffy. Okay, we got nice and close. We'll start, I want to do dark to light from the bottom up. So let me uncap all of my markers. The one thing is, when you're working with alcohol markers, you gotta work kind of quickly. I don't know if I'm gonna use my the blender, but I'll take it. Let me take it out just in case I do want to use it. The blender is a little bit of a misnomer, because it's not really necessarily for blending per se. It's kind of almost like a color, like it fades out the color. It's almost like a color remover. I like to use the blenders, like sometimes if I make a mistake and I go outside the lines a little bit, if it's a light enough color, it works good to lighten it up a little bit. So we're gonna do Pale Ochre first, then the Yellow Dahlia, and am I saying this right? Is it Dahlia or yeah, Dahlia, like the black dahlia. Summer Lemon is the lightest, so let's see if this works out. Well, I want to do nice little light flick marks. When you're using these markers, you don't want to go too heavy. At least that gives me the best results, I think. Usually, instead of using the blender, just use the lightest color and blend it back down. A little bit of a bleed with these. I usually use my Ohuhus on smaller areas, because I find, let's see how it looks with the blender. Larger areas with these markers don't usually work out the best. Usually I find with like a cheaper alcohol marker, which these aren't the cheapest alcohol markers, but they're not like Copic markers. So let's see, we got a little bit of a bleed over here. I think the big difference, now this is just what I think. I don't know if it's for sure, but what I think is that the cheaper markers maybe have more alcohol than ink in them. And the more expensive ones, or the more higher quality ones, those have like a higher concentration of actual ink and like a better quality ink than the more inexpensive ones. Like you usually see the ones you get on Amazon, a lot of times they're all basically the same, just like rebranded markers for the most part. But when I first started coloring, I bought some and I wasn't too crazy for them. Like I liked them, like the novelty of them I liked. I thought I liked the idea of it, but the cheaper ones, they seem to bleed like over the lines a little bit more than say a little bit more expensive one. I have the ones I really like to use the most right now. I have the Arteza brush tips. Those are really nice. I don't get a lot of streakiness from those. And I got this other set from AliExpress. I forget what they're called at the moment, but if I remember, I'll stick it in somewhere. But they're supposed to be supposedly comparable to Copic markers. So those are really nice. I like to use those. I probably could have chosen maybe more different colors. So you could see the blendings might be a little bit more pronounced. But we chose these colors, so we'll follow through and see how it works out. And let's see. I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. It looks like it. Maybe I am. So I guess you could kind of see a little dark gradient happening there. I don't usually color in these Johanna Basford books much, actually. This one is my favorite, The World of Flowers. I like this one the best, but I'm not really a big Johanna Basford coloring book fan. I know, don't cancel me, please. It's just my opinion. But yeah, I get kind of bored coloring flowers and stuff like that lately. I like them when they're kind of incorporated into like a background of like maybe base it, like, you know, the background for something. I like it, like Grazia Salvo's, what's that, Flowers and Gems. I really like that book. But just flowers by themselves, they don't really do it so much for me. I don't know, that's just me. But I know a lot of people enjoy it, so that's cool. I know probably some things I enjoy, you'd be like, oh, Crystal, that's lame. But am I getting mixed up? I think I'm getting mixed up. But everyone's different. We don't know, that's what makes the world go around, right? We all like different things. I don't know, what do we think of these markers so far? I'm not really too excited. Maybe I should have picked better colors. Now I'm getting a little bit confused at which ones I'm doing. I think I use these mixed in together with my other markers, so I never really noticed. Like I usually just use them for little spots here and there. I would say these are better than your average alcohol markers you get on Amazon, but they wouldn't be my number one choice if I had to choose. My number one, like kind of budgetish, we'll say, I would pick the Arteza brush markers. Maybe another video, I'll try and do a demo on those. I do have the original set of Arteza alcohol markers, as well as the newer set, since they changed to the ultras. And I know a lot of people are kind of don't like Arteza for whatever reasons, but I like them, especially their markers. I think are really nice. Now I remember when there was like that, they first came out with them, the new ultra set, and they had like a really ridiculous price tag, like something like $400. I remember everyone was in a really big uproar. Even me, I was like, what are they, crazy? But they've since gone down, like way down, like to a more reasonable price. And a lot of times they have sales on them, like lightning deals or whatever on Amazon, and then on their websites they have sales sometimes. It used to be kind of, I noticed they would have sales more often on their website, but now it seems like they have the better deals on Amazon. So I check them all out, you know, on like a regular basis. I look on their website, I look on Amazon. Oops, I did a mistake. Oh no, too many mistakes. I can't talk and color at the same time, I think, you guys. Yeah, I'm always checking the different websites because I always want to get the cheapest price that I can possibly get. And I work from home in the mornings, most mornings, so I have the ability to be able to, you know, I have the time to look. You know, some of you guys probably have like 9 to 5 jobs, and you're probably like, Crystal, who has time for that? Well, I kind of give myself the time in between when I'm listing. I have an eBay store, and I kind of do partially drop shipping, as well as like shipping like physical goods that I have, you know, on hand. So I'm always scouring the internet for things. I like to Google everything. So let's see. Let's wind down on these petals. I'm almost done. I think maybe we'll speed this up. Okay, so we're done coloring this flower. As you can see, I had a little bit of an accident over here and a lot of little bleed over the lines. This part, I like how it came out. The little center part, I did dark brown and dark suntan for the center part. Now, instead of calling this, you know, like maybe I might be like, oh, I messed this flower up. You know, just forget about the whole page. But what you can do when something like that happens, like if you have a little accident over here, you can always get a black paint pen, which is, maybe I'll do that. And you could color over this whole thing black, or whatever other dark color to cover up the little boo-boos we made. And another thing you can do when you have little accidents like this, what I like to do, whether accident or non-accident, but I like to color on top of my alcohol markers with pencils, colored pencils. This is something I'm working on right now with alcohol markers. I didn't use my Ohuhus with this. These are which one are these? Are Arteza I did for the skin tone. See, I did skin tone markers Arteza on for the base here, and then I went over with Prismacolors. You can see the back here. That's all the alcohol markers. So if you want to color with markers and you think it's something that you gonna do often and you really want to be get into it, I would suggest getting a little bit better quality markers than these, but these are also good. These are a good tool to use in conjunction with your higher end markers. These are not bad markers at all. I love them. I like to use them. But I would say I wouldn't just solely use these markers, because I like if you're going to color like a larger area, you might run into some streaky troubles. So for me personally, if you have only like a limited funds or something, and you're not sure if you like them or like markers or not, these are great to try. This is like kind of like an entry level great marker to try, and it's better than the cheaper ones you see on Amazon all the time, because I think you might get discouraged if you buy those cheaper sets and you don't have good results. It might turn you off from wanting to try it, because you might be thinking like, oh, all alcohol markers are like this. They bleed over the lines. But that being said, I'm happy I bought these. I'll add them to my ever-growing alcohol marker collection. Let me know what you guys think. I will leave the link in the description for these markers. So I hope everyone has a really great day or night whenever you're watching this. Happy coloring, and I'll see you next time.